This video has spoilers for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Do not watch this video if you have not seen the movie yet. So another Marvel movie that totally nobody has heard about finally came out again. That being Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This movie had like a bunch of promotional hype around it, and I did not talk about any of it. I don't know if you've noticed, but I haven't really talked about any of the recent Marvel trailers. Specifically for this movie, Miss Marvel and Thor Love and Thunder. The reason is because I just didn't have a lot to say about the promotional stuff for this movie. Honestly, I haven't really had a whole lot to say for any of these trailers except for like the Eternals trailer and the fucking No Way Home trailer. So the reason I kind of stopped making these trailer thoughts is because I didn't have anything to add to what people were saying. Like, look at my fucking Moon Knight trailer review. I had like nothing to say about it and it was really short. Also, look at the views. Clearly no one gave a shit. It's just a case of like, why would I waste my time making a video talking about something without adding anything to the conversation? Also, why would I waste your guys' time by watching a video that adds absolutely nothing where you can watch an even more in-depth video about it? The only real trailer I had some stuff to say about was the Miss Marvel trailer, and that was because a lot of the negative aspects. I was gonna make a video on this, but then I decided to wait till we were closer to the release of the first episode. Anyway, I'm sorry that I haven't uploaded in a while, and I'm sorry for getting off topic. It's just some stuff that I wanted to say, and I haven't really been able to find anything to make a video on recently. Nothing's really interested me in terms of making a video about it except for this. And sure as hell not that fucking Moon Knight show. But yeah, again, I'm sorry for getting off topic, but let's get into the actual review. Okay, so starting with the positives, I think that the directing in this movie is actually very good. There are a lot of very cool shots in this movie, and a lot of stuff that is clearly horror-inspired. This is clearly because of Sam Raimi and his experience with The Evil Dead. With this brings a lot of cool action set pieces as well. The fight with Gargantos is very fun and cool. The fight where Wanda fights the Illuminati is genuinely one of the most intense action scenes I've ever experienced in a theater. And the fight at the Fortress was just a really nice and neat fight. I have to admit that the ending fight with Doctor Strange against his evil version and using musical cues and notes is one of the most visually creative action scenes I've ever seen in any movie. It's awesome and probably my favorite action scene in the movie. However, there's like a sword fight which isn't as neat as it could be. Compared to the rest of the action scenes in the movie, the sword fight felt pretty lame. Especially compared to something like the climax, which has Doctor Strange literally having souls of the damned used as a cloak. Also, I gotta say, Wanda is easily one of the best and most developed villains in the entire MCU. Her motivations have been being set up since like 2015, and I think that it's really cool here. One of my problems with WandaVision was that she didn't really get any consequences, however, this movie gives her consequences. Also, I really liked all the other characters too. I love Doctor Strange in this movie, and honestly, I'm really glad I did, since I didn't like the way that he was portrayed in No Way Home. I genuinely dislike him in that movie, and I think that he was redeemed here. Also, I really liked America Chavez in the movie. I was surprised by how much I liked her since I fucking hate her in the comics. She has like no personality in the comics, at least the ones that I've read, and I'm glad that they actually gave her some here. Okay, now I want to talk about all the cameos and the Illuminati and all that stuff about this movie. There are actually people upset that this movie isn't filled with cameos. Basically, people are mad that there's no Hugh Jackman Wolverine, no Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, no fucking Tom Cruise as Iron Man. And the reasoning people think this is because it's called Multiverse of Madness, so they expected a bunch of cameos and all that. But people seem to forget the first thing about it. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It's a movie about Doctor Strange. It's used to further his story and Wanda's story. Not to mention we did get cameos, and they just weren't the cameos that some people wanted. Also, I thought the cameos that we got were fine with the Illuminati. I mean, we got Professor X, Black Bolt, and we finally got to see John Krasinski play Reed Richards. And honestly, that makes me really happy. Honestly, the only thing that I was kind of disappointed about was I wish we got more variants of characters like Strange and Wanda. With Strange, we only had like 3 variants of him, being Defender Strange, Supreme Strange, and then Evil Strange. I was kind of hoping for a little more than that, although I will say I do like how Evil Strange serves as more as an adversary towards Strange than like a full-on villain. And the way he's able to develop MCU Strange as a character is pretty cool. Also, I didn't really care for the first credit scene, however, the second credit scene was fucking legendary. Okay, so that was the stuff that I liked, now I want to get onto the things that I didn't like that much. Okay, I guess if I were to give some of my criticisms, my first one would be I think that Captain Marvel was killed off way too easily. Also, like 40 minutes of the movie was apparently cut, and you can kind of tell that a lot of stuff was cut, especially since there's just like a bunch of information you kind of have to piece together. This especially feels the case with a bunch of stuff with the Illuminati, such as how Wanda just kind of randomly shows up and suddenly has like a bunch of oil on her. Stuff like that makes it feel like something was cut. I also really wish that Mortal was in the movie more, since he like did absolutely nothing. He brought Strange to the Illuminati and then fought him, and then he was just kind of left in like a hole. It also kind of sucks that Strange didn't even fight the Mortal in his universe. He fought a different one in a separate universe. I just thought it was kind of disappointing. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about this movie. There are some obvious holes in this movie that you can pick out, but I didn't really care and I enjoyed this movie quite a lot. Honestly, for my rating of the movie, I'd probably have to go with a solid 8 out of 10. Also, I know I've been really generous to MCU Phase 4, so I kind of want to go back and fix some of my old scores that I believe have changed. Black Widow goes from a 7 out of 10 to a 4 out of 10. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings goes from an 8 out of 10 to a 5 out of 10. Eternals goes from a 9 out of 10, Jesus Christ, to a 4 out of 10. And No Way Home goes from a 10 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10 on enjoyment level. Also, for those who want me to make an MCU ranking, I don't really see the point. Since it's an MCU ranking, I kind of have to include both the movies and the shows, and it's just like, after I'd upload the video, 2 or 3 months after, there'd be a new thing that I'd have to add. I just don't really see the point. So I'm probably not going to make a video like that, at least not for a while. Anyway, yeah, that's my review of the movie. Now I kind of want to talk about some stuff on my channel since I haven't uploaded in like a month. Honestly, I've just been getting kind of lazy, and it's not that I can't come up with video ideas, because I have tons of stuff that I would like to make videos on. I just really don't have the motivation at the moment. Also, it doesn't help that I've realized I'm not really adding anything to the conversation with some of the stuff I've been making. I just kind of want to put more effort into these videos and stop, like, not adding anything. There are some videos that I genuinely do really want to make, I just don't have the energy to make them right now. For example, I had a full script for a Hawk from Cobra Kai character analysis, however, I just never really finished the video. It's just I never really got around to finishing it, and it's gotten to the point where I'll probably just wait for Cobra Kai Season 5 to release before I even, like, finish it. But yeah, I'm sorry for all the delays and uploads and how little I've been uploading, my inconsistent schedule. It's just, I don't know, motivation's shitty. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and let me know your thoughts on the movie in the comments below. Bye, bitches.